You will scream with terror. You will beg for release. But there will be no escape, for there is no release from the Funhouse. Welcome, huge movie fanatic Nate, stopping on by, having already not so long ago showcased VHS of the Funhouse from 1990/1987. I thought it only made sense to stop on by and showcase this. This might have been the first version of the Funhouse that I ever bought on home video. I'm pretty sure I got this for like $2 or $3 clearance half-price books a long time ago. There's no sticker on it. Way back when I used to take the stickers off, which was really kind of stupid. So I don't think I got this brand new. It doesn't really matter, but this might be the very first home video incarnation of this movie I ever got, and the version that actually started my love affair of the Funhouse. As I may have mentioned in past Funhouse videos, I did see the Funhouse in the early 90s. Keith showed it to me off of VHS Pan and Scan. Didn't think too much of it at the time, but then I'm pretty sure when I got this, that started my appreciation and love affair for Tobe Hooper's The Funhouse. If you haven't already guessed, stopping on by to showcase this, which I thought was the first DVD release, but I guess it's probably the second DVD release. Well, they just changed up the packaging. I think in 1999, Good Times Home Video put out the first DVD release of the Funhouse with the snapper cardboard case, that snapped into the thing, kind of like the first Warner Brothers DVDs. But then 2 years later, in 2001, they'd reissue their 1999 DVD release in this plastic normal DVD case. So I'm stopping on by to showcase this 2001 DVD release of the Funhouse by Good Times Home Video. As we can see on the back bottom, package design copyright 2001, Good Times Entertainment Ltd. All rights reserved. Also have a website there. Visit us at www.goodtimes.com. Wonder what happens if you go there now. Unlike Good Times Home Video DVD releases of Halloween 2 and 3 that came out, I think, in 1998, this is not the very first time the Funhouse has appeared on home video in widescreen. This movie was released, I think, in the early 90s on Laserdisc in widescreen from Universal Home Video. So this isn't the very first time it was available on widescreen, but it was the very first time it was available on DVD. Taking a closer look at the front cover, if you may have seen some of my videos showcasing Good Times Home Video products in the past, you may know that I don't think very highly of their cover art or their art department. On the top you can see this hokey-ass widescreen banner with the DVD logo on each side. The Funhouse, and for the most part the front cover here I don't have a huge problem with. It's mostly the normal, frickin' 80s, 90s home video cover. But of course, being Good Times Home Video, they couldn't leave well enough alone with the kind of goofy apparition Jack-in-the-Box with the hatchet coming out of the Jack-in-the-Box. They had to add some imagery there, one of the scary barkers, and also this character giving Madame Xena some money for some services. So, I guess this layout here isn't all horrible. Like Good Times, I've showcased like the DVD of Airport that Good Times did, where they really, the cover on that is really a joke. They had put the plane on fire and all this kind of extra stuff that doesn't even happen. So at least the stuff on this front cover actually happens. You've got the classic tagline there in cool blood-curdling letters: pay to get in, pray to get out. Bottom corner we can see the DVD logo. Taking a look at the back cover, we can see a quote here from Time Out Film Guide. ... It's rare that any film follows through its chosen themes with such attention to detail, much less leavening the package with a truly anarchic blend of black humor. Got some pretty big words there, Time Out Film Guide. Then panning further down the back cover, this is honestly a decent layout here. They kind of got the Funhouse thing and they put the little synopsis. They fit it nicely in the in the little Funhouse opening thing there. Kind of that works. You got Madame Xena off to the left here. Makes it look like she's a much bigger part of the movie than she is. Not exactly sure why you couldn't have the scary guy with the mask on standing there, but I guess they want to try to sell more DVDs, so they have the busty, aging Madame Xena. If you can take your eyes off those bosoms for a second, you look below the bosoms, you can see something that looks like they still were doing in 2001. Of course, this is just a copy of the DVD that they released in '99, so they just, they might not have been doing this in 2001 anymore, but they just copy and pasted the cardboard packaging of their 1999 release onto this 2001 release. But you've got what they did at the beginning of DVD's life is oftentimes on the back they'd put a picture of the menu so you could see what the awesome functionality you'd have on the DVD. In this case you can see play, and well, because I'm almost 50 I can't see anything else. That stuff's really dark, but probably, like, if I try to put more light on it, yeah, it's hopeless. But probably chapter search and who knows whatever else is under there. Yeah, who the hell knows. But yeah, a little picture of the menu, which is funny. You can tell a DVD release is old if there's a picture of the menu on the back. Director Tobe Hooper pays affectionate tribute to various classic horror movies in this tale of two teenage couples who spend the night in a sleazy carnival funhouse. On her first date with Buzz, Amy disobeys her father and goes to the carnival with Richie and Liz. But their first date may end up as their last. After witnessing a murder, the four terrified teens are trapped in the maze of the funhouse and stalked by a real monster, a horribly deformed killer who lurks among the freakish exhibits to butcher them one by one, also known as Carnival of Terror. It features Sylvia Miles as an ill-fated fortune teller and gory special makeup designs by Oscar winner Rick Baker. Underneath that synopsis you can see abbreviated credits, and look at the little thing under the abbreviated credits. You can't say the word Oscar unless it's someone's name without saying Oscar is the registered trademark and service mark of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. You know, the world would be much better off if the Oscars were never created. So what's interesting about this bit here at the bottom with all of this rectangle box and all this information here is Good Times Home Video was doing exactly what Universal Home Video was doing at the time when they, the first DVDs of, both Good Times and Universal Home Video. It's almost like Good Times was like a subsidiary of Universal or something. They didn't want to put out this garbage under Universal, so they put it out under Good Times. But I find it really strange that Good Times DVD utilized the exact same layout for this bottom of the back cover information that Universal did at the beginning of DVD life. So they've got all these rectangles in here and information with language here, Dolby Digital, captions, info, widescreen. This is 2:3:5:1 non-anamorphic widescreen, which is kind of interesting. It's actually a good, film scan, a good presentation of the widescreen version, just not anamorphic. So if you've got a widescreen monitor, you got to zoom into it if you want to try to minimize those black bars. As we can see here, color NTSC, single layer, 1 hour 35 minutes, and probably a catalog number. Also, it appears to be a Region 1 DVD, makes sense. As I said, this release originally came out in 1999 as a cardboard snapper case. I don't know what they called them. They might have called it a DVD snapper case. at the time, and the inside of the front cover would have been this imagery. They presented to us in just a piece of paper that they slip inside the left side of the plastic DVD case, but we've got, just in this case, the Funhouse and the chapters, which is something that's also indicative of the early years of DVD releases. They don't obviously bother with chapter stops on a separate piece of paper anymore, but they did back then. We can see on the top the Funhouse, some weird, just random Good Times Home Video, just blob of nothing there. But what's interesting about these still images from the Funhouse is they're all in black and white, and because some of the images here, in particular that Frankenstein monster mask or whatever, it almost makes it look like the stills from the Funhouse are from the, the Universal Monsters collection in a way. I guess if that Frankenstein monster mask wouldn't have been there, it wouldn't look so much like that. But it's interesting how they chose to make all these still pictures from the Funhouse black and white and give it that Universal horror monster movie look. And look at that picture on the bottom of Elizabeth Barrage with like the tears ruining her makeup, or the tear streaks coming down her eyes, and sure looks like a movie full of terror, I'll tell you that. Got some chapter stops here. First one being I'm Going to Get You. Second one being First Date. Third one being A Terrific Guy. Creatures of God is number 4. Number 5 is No Escape. Number 6 is A Tall, Dark Stranger. Chapter 7 is Girls, Girls, Girls. Chapter 8 is The Funhouse. Chapter 9, Too Late. Chapter 10, She's Dead. Chapter 11, Blame It on the Locals. That's what we'll do, boy. We'll blame it on the locals. Yeah, that's what we did before. We'll do it this time. We'll blame it on them goddamn locals. Now, Chapter 12, He's Harmless. Chapter 13, Stay Together. Chapter 14, Poor Baby. 15, Please Don't Hurt Me. 16, Blood is Thicker Than Water. Chapter 17, The Monster or the Machine. Yeah, which one will win? And Chapter 18 is Daybreak. On the bottom you can see it says Scene Index. Taking a look at the disc itself, you might be able to discern the copyright year of 1999, Good Times Home Video Corp., all rights reserved. That will indicate that this is the first time this DVD was released was in fact 1999. They changed 2 years later in 2001 the packaging from the cardboard snap case packaging to the more normal plastic closable DVD case with the paper insert, but they didn't figure, and it makes sense to me, they figured they didn't have to change the artwork on the disc, so they left the disc the same. Got just the whatever, I don't know if that's just random frickin' carnival imagery or if it's actual imagery in the background from this movie. The Funhouse logo in yellow on the top there, Good Times Home Video logo off to the right, also widescreen 235:1. It's number 1 indicating Region 1 NTSC, approximately 95 minutes, catalog number there 05-81043, copyright 99 as we already showed there, DVD logo off to the left, and then on the bottom your all-important warning copyright information. I guess that about does it for this DVD showcasing video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, we'll catch you on the next video.